Good morning, children. Welcome back. I am Pratap Reddy taking 8th class English. Now we are in Unit 2. We are in Unit 2, second unit. Hope you have studied Unit 1 and also did the work that I have given you. Have you done your work in Unit 1? If not, please try to complete your work and submit it to me. Now we are moving on to Unit 2. The name of the unit is Social Issues. Second unit deals with social issues. In that, A reading, that is the first lesson, is Oliver asks for more. Oliver asks for more. That is the A reading which we are going to study now. Read now. Before that, I want to say something. Home is the happiest place in the world. Home is the happiest place in the world. Do you agree? Which is the happiest place in the world for you? Home or school or your workplace or playground? Which is the happiest place? Definitely all of you agree with me that your home is your happiest place. Similarly, my home is my happiest place. Yes or no? Yes. But unfortunately, there are some children who do not have a home of their own. They are unfortunate that they don't have their own home. Why? Can you tell me? Yes, you are right. Because some children lost their parents. Parents died at an young age, very young age. They have no one to take care of them, love them, or provide them food, education, clothing, etc. So they are left to the streets. They are orphans, they are called orphans, children who lost their parents, whose parents died at a very young age. But we are all lucky. By God's grace, we are happily living with our parents. Ours is a happy home. Our parents love us so much. Our brothers and sisters love us so much. They take care of us. They provide all good things that we need. Our food, our clothing, shelter, education, health care, everything they give us. But unfortunately, orphans don't get all these things. Though some of them join in orphanage. Here, orphanage. What's the meaning of orphanage? A house where orphans are provided food and shelter. A house where orphans are given food and shelter. That house is called orphanage. Some orphans join in orphanage. Though they are given food and shelter there, they don't have a happy life there. They don't get love and affection from anyone. They have to live there, do the work that is given to them, and eat the food that is given to them. They can't demand for anything. Okay? So their happiness is very much limited. But we are happy with our parents in our home. Okay? Now, so this lesson deals with child labor, or this unit deals with child labor. Child labor is a curse on our society. Children who are working as laborers, they lose their rights. You know, you're all children, you have got your own rights. Child rights, you call them. Child rights. Can you mention one or two rights, child rights? What rights you have? Yes, to live with parents, to get love and affection from your parents, to get education. All these are your rights. But there are unfortunate children who don't enjoy their child rights. They are forced to work at different places. Can you name some children who are, or at least some places where children orphans are working, or children are working? Not only orphans, even other children also work at different places in their childhood. Childhood is actually the stage where children go to school and get their education. But they are forced to work at different places instead of going to school. Yes, some children work in, say, hotels, factories, fields, or some of them even work in other houses doing household works, and they don't get proper food. Their payment also is very less, and they are forced to work for longer hours, many hours. So that is child labor, which is a curse on our society. As long as the child labor exists, our country cannot develop. So as responsible children, we should also take care of these child laborers. If you find any children below 14 years working at some places, you can inform the police, or you can call the number, child rights number 1908. Okay, I will tell you more about that later. Now we will move on to this lesson. This lesson, Oliver Asks for More, is written by Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens is a British novelist. He wrote many novels, many popular novels, and one of his novels is Oliver Twist. Name of the novel is Oliver Twist. This lesson, Oliver Asks for More, is an extract, is a part of this novel, Oliver Twist. Okay, are you ready to study this lesson? Yes, we'll study this lesson. Now I am introducing the lesson for you. Oliver was an orphan boy, a small boy who was an orphan. He lost his parents, and this boy was taken care of by the parish. Parish is the church committee, where a priest and other people are there. They take, it is like a boarding, you can say, it's like a boarding for orphans. So this parish sends Oliver Twist to another place that's known as workhouse to live there along with other orphan children. Oliver was full name Oliver Twist. He was sent to workhouse by the parish. And what happened in the workhouse, how he faced the workhouse, or how he faced the officials in the workhouse. Official meaning the hostel wardens and other people. How he faced them. He was such a small boy. How he faced them. How he spent his early days in the workhouse. We shall read in this lesson. So I request all of you to open your textbooks. Open your textbooks. Take Unit 2. Unit 2. A reading. What is the name of a reading? Oliver Asks for More. Okay. I'll read and explain. Follow the lesson carefully in your books and try to understand every line of the lesson. This is an extract from the novel Oliver Twist, written by the British novelist Charles Dickens. So this lesson is an extract from the novel. Name of the novel is Oliver Twist. From this novel, this part of the lesson is taken. It is a story of an orphan boy named Oliver who is brought to a children's home. This lesson is a story of an orphan boy. I already told you what's the meaning of orphan. A boy or a girl who lost his or her parents. So who is the orphan boy here? Oliver. Full name? Oliver Twist. He was brought to children's home, meaning here orphanage. Another name for this orphanage is workhouse. What's another name? Workhouse. He was brought there. So he has to live in the children's home. Mr. Bumble walked on with long strides. Little Oliver, firmly grasping his gold-laced cuff, trotted beside him. So the in charge or the warden of this children's home, his name is Mr. Bumble. What is his name? Mr. Bumble. B-U-M-B-L-E. Mr. Bumble is the name of the warden of the children's house, children's home. So Mr. Bumble brought Oliver into that workhouse. Walked on with long strides meaning steps, long steps. Little Oliver firmly grasping his gold-laced cuff. I wrote the meaning here. Cuff meaning end of a coat or shirt sleeve. End of a coat or shirt sleeve is called cuff. So holding the cuff of his shirt or coat, walked beside Mr. Bumble into the workhouse or children's house. Oliver had not been within the walls of the workhouse a quarter of an hour when Mr. Bumble informed him that the board had said he was to appear before it forthwith. What is the meaning of forthwith? Immediately. Forthwith meaning immediately. Mr. Bumble informed him as soon as Oliver entered the workhouse, within 15 minutes, quarter of an hour means 15 minutes, he was informed that he should appear before the board. Board does not mean green board or black board. Here, board meaning group of officers or officials. Group of officers or officials. He has to appear before that board and take instructions from them. Not having a very clearly defined notion of a live board Oliver was rather astonished by this information and was not quite certain whether he ought to laugh or cry. Oliver, being a very small boy, little boy, he did not know what is a live board. What is a board, he did not know. What he should do there, he did not know. So he was astonished by this information, wondered. When he was told that he should appear before the board, he wondered, astonished, and he did not know whether he should laugh or cry. Whether he should laugh or cry, he did not know. He had no time to think about that, because just he arrived into that children's home and he was asked to appear before the board of directors, we say. Okay, here board. Mr. Bumble asked Oliver to follow him into a large whitewashed room. Mr. Bumble, the warden, asked him to follow him, took him into a big whitewashed room where 8 to 10 fat gentlemen were sitting round a table. There was a large table and so many chairs on which 8 to 10 people were sitting. How were they looking? See here, fat people, fat gentlemen were sitting. These are the officials in charge of that workhouse. They were sitting there, waiting for the arrival of this little boy. What's the name of this little boy? Yes, Oliver Twist. At the top of the table, seated in an armchair rather higher than the rest, was a particularly fat gentleman with a very round red face. So there was a fat gentleman seated in an armchair which is higher than other chairs. So what can you understand from this? This fat gentleman with red face was the leader of that board. He was sitting in the middle on a higher chair, waiting for little Oliver to give him some instructions. So as soon as Oliver was taken there by Mr. Bumble, Bumble told him, bow to the board. Bumble told Oliver to bow your head to the board. Oh, board. What is the meaning of board? Those people, officials who are sitting there. Oliver brushed away two or three tears that were lingering in his eyes, and seeing no board but the table, bowed to her. Oliver was afraid. He started shedding tears, and he brushed away the tears. He wiped the tears with his hand. Still, some tears remained, lingered in his eyes. He could not see any board there. He could not see any board there. He saw only one table. And bowed his head in front of the table. What's your name, boy? Said the gentleman in the high chair. The gentleman was sitting in the high chair, asked this little boy, what's your name, boy? Oliver was frightened at the sight of so many gentlemen, which made him tremble, fear, afraid. When he looked at so many gentlemen sitting there, he did not know what to do there. He did not know what they are going to ask him. He trembled, he was afraid, he shivered. The beadle gave him a tap on his back with his cane, which made him cry. The beadle, B-E-A-D-L-E, beadle. B-E-A-D-L-E. Beadle means official of a church. Official of a church. What did he do? He gave him a tap on his back. He beat him on his back with a cane. Oliver got pain and he started to cry. Boy, said the gentleman in the high chair, listen to me. You know you are an orphan, I suppose. Boy, listen to me. You know you are an orphan, I suppose. Don't you know that you are an orphan and you are brought to this children's house, orphanage? What is that, sir? Inquired poor Oliver. I am an orphan? What is that, sir? That means Oliver did not even know the meaning of the word orphan. That is why very innocently he asked, what is that, sir? The boy is a fool, I thought he was, said the gentleman in the white waistcoat. So the gentleman was wearing white coat. He said, this boy is a fool. Why did he say this boy is a fool? Because he did not know who is an orphan. That's why he said this boy is a fool. Hush, said the gentleman who had spoken first. You know you have got no father or mother, and that you were brought up by the parish, weren't you? Again the gentleman said, hush, means don't cry, be silent. You know that you don't have father, you don't have mother, and you were brought up by the parish, church, weren't you? You were not brought up by the parish. Yes, sir, replied Oliver, weeping bitterly. He was a little boy, he was afraid, he did not know what to do, it was all a new place. So he started crying and said, yes, sir. Okay, I stopped the lesson here. Now I am giving you a little work also. Listen to me. Write a brief profile of an orphan you have met. Suppose you met a boy or a girl who is an orphan and who is working at some place, maybe in somebody's house or in the field or in hotel or in the factory somewhere. So you talk to him and write about him, brief profile, his name, his age, when his parents died, where he is working, how many hours he is working, how much is paid, is he happy with that work there, or is he interested to join in some school and study. Find out all these details and write about the boy. I will repeat the question. Write a brief profile of an orphan. Any boy or girl, you can write his name, his age, everything you have met. If he is not an orphan also, no problem. If he is not attending school but going for some work as child laborer, you collect information and write a profile. Okay? Good luck you children. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.